Sandy's helmet cracked unexpectedly, but it would take a month for the new helmet to arrive, so she was stranded in the treehouse. It felt like an eternity. Just 1 hour had passed, but it felt like a century. Soon, Sandy came up with a plan. She used a drone to communicate with the outside world on her behalf. This successfully helped her overcome her loneliness, but also inadvertently caused a huge problem for the Krusty Krab. It all started when Sandy had just bought some nuts, and with her attention entirely focused on the nuts, she unexpectedly bumped into a piece of metal which caused her helmet to crack. She immediately returned to the treehouse to look for her helmet. Because she was so flustered, she ended up breaking her spare helmet. She immediately called to order a new helmet, but was told that the new helmet would take a month to arrive. At first, Sandy wasn't afraid because there were plenty of chores to do in the treehouse. To her surprise, she finished all the work in no time. Next, all that was left was boredom. She even thought about talking to Nuts. She wanted to call her friends, but no one answered the phone. However, Sandy soon came up with a great idea. She built a drone and sent the drone in her place to check on her friends. The drone's first stop was the Krusty Krab, where she found Mr. Krabs counting money. Wouldn't days like this be boring? Sandy found it tedious, so she flew the drone away. Unexpectedly, she ran into that piece of metal again. This time, the metal had grown tall and massive. Plankton was still standing atop it as if he were installing something. Plankton spotted the drone at that moment.
Mosquitoes sure are getting big this year.
The drone stumbled its way back to the treehouse. Sandy was furious. She was determined to find out what Plankton was up to. She called SpongeBob, but learned that he was already out. With no other options, she had no choice but to call Patrick, hoping he could help her investigate. Patrick was pretty cool about it, and agreed right away, but he needed to fill his belly first. After he'd eaten his fill, Sandy attached the drone to his head, turning Patrick into a drone. Patrick quietly hid behind a rock. Just then, he spotted Plankton carrying a mysterious box. The atmosphere instantly became incredibly tense, but when Patrick opened it, he found nothing but food scraps. Just then, another box fell from above. Patrick went closer to take a look, only to discover it contained radioactive material. This massive weapon was aimed directly at the Krusty Krab. Sandy couldn't let this danger happen. She immediately activated the laser weapon and decided to destroy the tower. Just as she was about to fire, she noticed that Plankton had just returned. At that very moment, Patrick's cover was blown. To protect Patrick, Sandy immediately fired the laser weapon. Just then, Plankton also pressed the switch. Unbeknownst to them, it was just a billboard by then. The laser beam was already on its way. After piercing through the metal pillar, the direction it fell was aimed directly at the Krusty Krab. At that moment, Mr. Krabs was still counting his money. He never expected something like this to happen. After the Krusty Krab was destroyed, Mr. Krabs had no choice but to set up the restaurant at Sandy's house. Just then, Sandy's helmet arrived.
Me new restaurant! Finally! Quit your loafing, Mr. Squidward! You got a building to move!